Wanya back inside the wrestling basement, coming at you with another episode of what to expect tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. We got two huge championship matches, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Tonight on Friday Night Smackdown, confirmed we will see the sassy Southern Belle Lacey Evans go one-on-one with Naomi. Now, it's clear and obvious since Naomi started this movement, this trend on social media, and we all know social media run the world, so she's more than likely to pick up the win, and we can expect Naomi to defeat Lacey Evans tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. But you gotta also take consideration that this storyline is far from over, and more than likely, since these two superstars are being advertised the most outside of Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Asuka, whoever wins this match between Naomi and Lacey Evans more than likely will be next in line for a shot at the Smackdown Women's Championship. And since we're talking about the Smackdown Women's Championship, we got Bayley defending her championship against Nikki Cross. Now, we got two huge factors as far as this championship match. We can expect more than likely Bayley to remain the SmackDown Women's Championship due to the fact that, of course, she got Sasha Banks at her corner, and I feel as though tonight is the perfect night for Alexa Bliss to turn heel on Nikki Cross and screw her out of the SmackDown Women's Champion. We seen last week Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross went one-on-one, best friend versus best friend, for a shot at Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship, in which Nikki Cross played possum and rolled Alexa Bliss up, which that's one of Alexa Bliss moves, since we all know Alexa Bliss is a notorious heel. So tonight on Friday Night Smackdown, we can expect Alexa Bliss to turn heel and join the dark side, which we all know and love her for being on. So tonight, we can expect Bayley to remain the SmackDown Women's Champion. Also confirmed tonight on Friday Night Smackdown, we will see the love story between Mandy Rose and Mr. Money in the Bank Otis continue tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. As far as the storyline between Mandy Rose and Otis, Mandy Rose ain't competed in the match in so long, and Otis haven't either. So as far as these two, I think more than likely going to be sort of like a promo type of gig. They're not going to be in one-on-one competition. It's just going to be more and more outside of the ring type of stuff. And to be honest with y'all, and we all can agree on this, Otis needs to get back to the Performance Center. He needs to at least think of a game plan to cash in this Money in the Bank. But hey, the way the field looking right now, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, the Eater of Worlds, Braun Strowman, I don't see neither one of those characters losing to Otis, so he might want to cash that bad boy in on the WWE Tag Team Champions. You know, he need to find him and Tucker, need to go run up on Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro if he want to cash that thing getting successful. So, as far as tonight, just more than likely, we can expect those two superstars, that being Mandy Rose and Otis, to just do more promo stuff, you know, acting like they in love all of a sudden. And we also got an Intercontinental Championship match tonight. We got the phenomenal AJ Styles defending his championship against the Master of the Ropes, Grand Metalik. Now, we can all expect AJ Styles to defeat Grand Metalik. Nobody sees Grand Metalik becoming Intercontinental Champion, which that will be the shocker of the year. He needs to get a Slammies Award if he defeat AJ Styles tonight. But we can all see AJ Styles phenomenal forearm, 1, 2, 3. And of course, after the match, Grand Metalik is going to get beat to a post, and his partner, Lacey Dorado, more than likely going to come out there and try to stop AJ Styles, but that ain't going to stop him. You're going to need somebody like Big E to come in and save the day. Big E is definitely going to come out there and insert dominance and plant seeds into him becoming the Intercontinental Champion. If I had to put a date stamp on it, I would definitely have to say at SummerSlam this year. They say Big E got 6 weeks. SummerSlam is in 3. So we could potentially see Big E come out there tonight on Friday Night Smackdown to save Grand Metalik and tell AJ Styles, I want an Intercontinental Championship match. And this is not far-fetched because we all know the WWE right now is just giving out championship matches. And we know Big E right now is focused on his singles career, still part of the New Day. So tonight on Friday Night Smackdown, expect AJ Styles to remain the Intercontinental Champion and build a storyline up between AJ Styles and Big E going into SummerSlam for the IC Intercontinental Championship. Since we talking about gold, we got the SmackDown Tag Team Champion Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Who is next in line as far as a Tag Team Championship match? Well, they're just now winning the Tag Team Championship. This is their second week as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. John Morrison and The Miz, they are literally the only tag team that's left. We seen Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado. They in the Intercontinental Championship picture. John Morrison and The Miz, they all over the place. I don't think they're going to put heel versus heel as far as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. There are really no other team left. We got the Forgotten Sons, but hey, they botched up on social media, and now they are truly the Forgotten Sons. Nobody even remembered those guys. They wasn't nothing in NXT. Hey, I been forgot those guys. Who else is on the SmackDown roster that could challenge Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions? You see the New Day, they out of commission. It's just Big E. Like, I just don't see no other teams on SmackDown challenging Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, and that's really sad. I guess, hey, it's really crazy that there are no legit tag teams on SmackDown right now to challenge Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, which is a bad thing because we all have seen Shinsuke Nakamura history. When he get a championship, he don't defend his championship for numbers of weeks, and that's not his fault. That's the creator's fault. And now, like I said, the New Day is out. John Morrison and The Miz, they technically, them boys ain't wrestling. Them boys don't do impromptu matches. Them boys ain't really going steady like that as far as action. Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, the Lucha House Party, they into other business. There's not really no other tag teams. The Usos is out, so I guess we finna have another stale run. They finna neglect the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But whatever the case may be, more than likely tonight, they might not even mention Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro as far as the SmackDown Tag Team Championships tonight. And that's really sad, and I blame the creative team. And last and certainly not least, we got the WWE Universal Champion Braun Strowman continuing his feud with Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds, the Fiend, the Man of the Night, the Creatures, the everything, the Swamp Man. As far as tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, we can expect the storyline between those two superstars to continue tonight. More than likely, we're going to get a new episode of the Firefly Funhouse. They ain't announced it, but hey, we might get an impromptu Firefly Funhouse episode. I know since the pandemic is going around, they ain't really got to announce there's a new episode because all the stuff is pre-recorded anyway. I'm pretty sure Bray Wyatt got at least 2 months of Firefly Funhouse episodes just ready to, take off and launch into the sky. So, as far as last week, we seen a new episode of the Firefly Funhouse where Bray Wyatt said the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, he lost his shot at the Swamp match. He lost the match technically, but Braun Strowman also lost the match. But the man who did, well, I don't even know if you could technically consider this guy as a man. We seen the Fiend rise up out that swamp, out the water, and he looked very, very terrifying, and he looked very believable. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. Technically, as far as Braun Strowman versus The Fiend for the Universal Championship, now let me break down the dynamic as far as this shit. Goldberg defeated The Fiend. He tried to go on record. Bray Wyatt went on record and said there was a sacrifice. I get that. But Braun Strowman defeated Goldberg, and that wasn't no sacrifice. There wasn't none of that. Goldberg really came there trying to take Braun Strowman out, but he failed to do so. They really, I don't know what they doing as far as the Fiend character, but if Braun Strowman defeat the Fiend, I'm going to be real upset, and you're definitely going to hear about it. I'm definitely going to make an impromptu video if Bray Wyatt somehow lose as the Fiend against Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. So tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, we can definitely expect to see a storyline between those two superstars unfold tonight. It ain't going to conclude tonight, but it's definitely going to continue and unfold tonight, and I look forward to seeing it. As far as this whole storyline, as out of a scale of 1 to 5, I give it a 4 because, Bray Wyatt ain't the champion right now, so when he do become the champion, this storyline is definitely far from over. When Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, do become the Universal Champion once again, I would definitely be paying close attention, even more close to details as far as Friday Night SmackDown. But we can all agree that Braun Strowman as the Universal Champion, it ain't really all that it was hyped up, and it ain't it right now. I wish Roman Reigns was back. Like, I'm not the biggest Roman Reigns fan, but I honest to God be ready. I'll be glad when Roman Reigns do return to Friday Night SmackDown and really take over, his brand. So with that being the end of today's video on what to expect as far as Friday Night SmackDown, feel free to smash that like button, super kick the subscribe button, comment down below, and hit that bell notification. Until next time, this is the Wrestling Basement.